All right, well, welcome back to Swimming World TV. I'm doing my best Garrett McCaffrey impression here, but we met up with Erin Popovich. Now, the reason why I kind of chuckle is because Erin was recently awarded an ESPY, and it was just a great opportunity. For those who obviously follow ESPN, an ESPY award is just a tremendous award to have, and it was for the Disability Swimmer of the Year. Is that the category you fell under?
Yes, female athlete, or female with a disability.
Yes. Where were you when you found out about that?
I was, let's see, actually it's kind of a funny story and sad story at the same time. A dear friend and coach passed away this summer, and so I was actually missed the ESPYs to attend the...
well, you're referring to Jimmy Flowers.
To Jimmy Flowers, and so I chose to go to his memorial services and be there, and, you know, with teammates and friends and everybody. And so we decided to go out for a drink to cheers to Jimmy. And so we were having a great time sharing stories. And somebody across the table goes, "Erin, have you heard?" And I said, "No." And I looked at my phone and I go, "I won!" Because a friend of mine was there and had texted me. And so we all cheersed and had a great celebration. So it was cool to be able to share it with a lot of different people.
Oh, and if Jimmy was there, he would have just been ecstatic.
Yeah, I kind of think he was kicking me. He would have been kicking me in the head for not going, but for me at the time, it was the right place to be. And I mean, it was a great memory to be able to share it with those guys that were there.
Now, when you look at the category of disability, have you ever looked at yourself as a person with a disability?
To be honest, no. I'm short. I cannot reach everything on the shelves at the grocery store. I've been caught throwing things in order to get other things down. But, you know, that's part of life and trying...
So you got to be more creative,
yes,
I guess.
Definitely more creative.
Yes.
But definitely from early on, my parents always instilled in me that I was my own individual and that, you know, I may have a disability, but it does not rule me. It's just a part of me, and you know, you learn to overcome it. You
mentioned your family, and being a short person, or little person, it's a genetic disorder. And was it just a random within your family?
It was. My whole entire family's average height, so I was the lucky one. It's an autosomal dominant gene. So anybody can be a carrier of it. I think it's about 1 in 40,000 births can be a dwarf. And then, of course, if you have a child with another dwarf, the odds change as well. So it's kind of up there. I mean, anybody could have a dwarf child, and, you know, it's kind of fun, but I was very lucky.
And you have brothers and sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One brother, one sister, both older than me. I come from a very tall family. My dad and brother are around 6'3", and my mom and sister are around 5'10". So I always say I got the short end of the stick.
And you found a real home in swimming. When did you first find an affinity for the sport?
I first started swimming back in '98. Growing up in elementary school, you know, you get active in all the different programs, whether it be basketball, volleyball, track and field, soccer, all of those things. And around the age of puberty, where everybody starts hitting their growth spurts of 6 inches to a foot, you know, in some cases, my biggest growth spurt was 1 inch. So that was when we started to see the major differences in height come out. I was very active in soccer, and my parents, I didn't notice this, but my parents noticed that, you know, their high kicks were getting at more head level than anything else, and so they kind of said, "Hey, you know, you've always been interested in swimming, you never tried it, why don't we see if this will work?"
Yeah.
So
it's safer for you in that regard.
So I went up to the local swim team and tried it out and just fell in love with it. And it's been a home for me ever since.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite stroke?
Right now, no. It used to be butterfly, but I mean, that gets tough. But no, I love the IM though, because it's a mixture of everything. So.
Do you see yourself now being an ESPY award winner and being very accomplished as a disabled swimmer, a swimmer with a disability? Do you find yourself being more talking to other kids who have similar disabilities and being an inspiration to them, or how do you go about that?
Yeah, I definitely talk with all different kids. I mean, I think the biggest factor out there is education, informing especially the youngsters as well as, you know, everybody of what disabilities are, what, you know, my limitations are, but more importantly, what my abilities are. You know, and showing kids that, you know, regardless of what God hands you, you know, you can always deal with it, manage it, and overcome it, and move forward. And it doesn't have to be what rules your life. But mainly just sharing the education and getting the kids informed out there of all the options that are out there, whether it be in sport or education or in work or in life or anything, you know, getting them that inspiration to, I can do anything I want. And that's a big message.
What opportunities do you think that swimming has brought for you?
Oh, it's huge things. I've been able to see the world and travel, which is one of the biggest benefits of swimming, of course, and being on the international scene. But it's also, you know, helping me with a lot of different connections and knowing people and just getting out there and spreading the world about swimming, spreading the word, excuse me, about swimming and about Paralympics and just, you know, giving that ability to people that they didn't know about before. Spreading that knowledge of, you know, everything that's out there. But just being able to see the world, meet new people, and experience new things, I mean, it's been endless. So,
how do you think your life would be different if you didn't have this outlet?
Definitely not as fun, that's for sure. Swimming has helped me to meet some truly amazing people that I definitely would not have met had I chosen a different path other than swimming. It's helped me become the person that I am. It's helped me with time management, number one, you know, and so many other parts of my life, you know, really becoming an individual and independent and knowing what I have to do and getting it done. But yeah, definitely, I have no idea where I'd be without swimming.
Well, will you be in Rio coming up here for the, is it
the Short Course Worlds, yes. So the meet is end of November, early December, so it's the first time in Paralympics that we've had a short course meet. So it's very exciting. It's a new change, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Well, there you go, folks. We'll catch up with Erin Popovich when she gets back from Rio. In the meantime, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.